Can I just say, I have some really stupid luck apparently. So I'm just down here mining, getting ready to strip mine, to do my QnA and stuff, and here it is. I found diamonds, which, I'm not complaining about. Ooh, I found a pretty good vein too by the looks of it. Yes, queen. Oh my gosh, okay, that was like wow, that was an 8 vein. Alrighty, hello everyone! Welcome back to the channel. My name is Crafty Simmer and we are finally back with another episode of Coral Alley SMP. So, actually, funny thing, we're actually planning to do the Ender Dragon here at some point. I'm not sure when. Walker mentioned it, I just don't know when it's happening. So anyways though, we are starting to make progress towards that. Well, in this part we will be making progress towards that. I don't even know what I have. Like, am I even ready to face? I only have like 1 diamond. Yay. Oh, well. Alrighty, so anyways though, we're just gonna throw some of these things into my inventory here so we have them. Also too, I got a present from T-Blitz. He gave me seeds and even this thingy mabopper that I don't know what to do with. I don't know what to do with this thing. So I guess we just leave it there? And it'll do something? Endless? I guess, 'cause it's growing. Oh! Okay, so it just grows. And then it goes... Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's so cool. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I got endless bread for days now, which is awesome because I really needed food. So, I'm so glad that someone actually came to my rescue and I was like, I need food there, guys, I'm starving. So here we are, we got food. Wow, I'm so happy. Thank you so much to T-Blitz for giving me a endless supply of bread. Okay, so now though, we're going to carry on here. And what do I need here? I don't have a lot of iron, so I think we're just gonna leave it. So anyways though, today is the day that I will be doing a little bit of like a Q&A while I'm doing some caving, because that's what Heike wants to do. And what Heike wants to do, Heike will do. Like, it looks like there's been a little bit more progress. Like this, like there's actually like a little like walkway around here now, which is really cute. A lot of people are growing these trees now, which is really nice, because then I can just, take them as I please. Alright, but anyways though, the goal today is that we're going to go and find a cave, we're going to go caving, and while I am caving, we're going to do a little Q&A. Now please keep in mind that, of course, it's probably not going to be the most interesting thing, because I do prefer strip mining. So we're just going to maybe find like a nice little place to start off, because, well, I mean, you don't want to be around here, because of course... there's been a lot of people, and when you're in a community like this, you definitely want to have a little bit more flexibility. Oops. I'm okay. We're all good there, guys. Don't worry. I realize we need coal, but that's okay. We'll probably find coal on our way out. It's fine. Everything's fine. Alright, so anyways, so there guys, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna be looking for I didn't even bring my sleeping bag, which is something that we will most definitely need, otherwise I'm gonna cry. Cause if I don't find a cave right away, then we're in trouble for the night, because I don't know. Modded mobs kinda scare me. I don't like them. They scare me a lot. So we're not gonna deal with that. So yeah, no, so I'm just gonna go head back to the house. I'm gonna go grab my sleeping bag, and then we can probably go ahead and start. Why am I so slow? Why do I have slowness on me now? Because, why? Because I grabbed the hopper or something? It must be because I grabbed the hopper. Alrighty, so also grab this because you're probably gonna need that. As well as some additional coal. Can I? Okay, I have like a backpack on my back. How do I open it? Oh, that's how I open it. And that took me a hot second. Okay, so let's just kind of throw the things I have just randomly lying around here into that. So that way then it's a little more clean and organized. Put my sleeping bag on this side so that way I know where it is and I can just pull it right out. Alrighty. Now I'm ready for an adventure. And that's gonna be the goal. I'm gonna start walking in a direction and hopefully we'll find something. I also have a sleeping bag so that way if I do have to sleep, then I can sleep, which is important for me. Otherwise, we're gonna be in a lot of trouble. So we're just gonna do our walk, our long journey of a walk. Hopefully we'll find something and I don't drop into like a crevice or anything where I face my death. Wow, I'm really stuffed up. I'm so sorry there, guys. But yeah, I think that's gonna be the plan though. Oh, I'll see you all when I get into a cave and I'm all set up to do the filming, so I'll be right back there, friends. Can I just say, I have some really stupid luck apparently. So you know, I'm just down here mining, getting ready to strip mine, to do my QnA and stuff, and here it is. I found diamonds, which, you know, I'm not complaining about. Ooh, I found a pretty good vein too by the looks of it. Yes, queen. Oh my gosh, okay, that was like a, wow, that was an 8th vein. That was an wow, okay, that was a big vein. Okay. Anyways, though, I guess this will probably be a good spot for us to start then, since this is where I found diamonds. So anyways, though, I do have a few questions on my, I took a few questions from Twitter. I do have a few comments that we're gonna read from. I have at least 12 in total today. So I'm gonna try to go in as much detail as possible for a lot of these questions here. So yeah, anyways though, let's go ahead. I'm gonna pull up the community tab first and we're gonna go through the community tab. So yeah, okay. Anyways, community tab, let's go, friends. Oh, I think I actually have another one on my first post too about this. Yes, I do have a few questions. Okay, so we're gonna start off with these comments here. Okay, so first question comes from Aiden the Best, and his question is, what is your favorite roleplay series? And I'm gonna be honest there, guys, I don't really watch a lot anymore. I mean, like, I'm not gonna lie, I've been trying to make more time for, like, my other personal favorite creators. Just so that way, you know, like, then, because I mean, like, I've been trying to do a side-by-side run of like a game with Sugar Conroy for like years now, and I finally get the chance to do it, and then I just get so wrapped up in everything. So I'm gonna be honest, I don't really have a favorite because I don't really watch a lot of role plays. And now, I mean, I watch my friends for like support. And Hey It's a Potatoes, running from Elysium is actually really fun. I like it a lot, even though, you know, she's kind of like, she's like really demotivated from it and stuff, but like, though, I think it's a really awesome one that, like, you know, if you haven't seen it, you probably should watch what's there, just to kind of like support her and be like, hey, look, you're actually really good, because like, I promise y'all, she's actually really awesome, in terms of her role plays. And, you know, I mean, like, and like, we're kind of in like the same like social circle of friends, so like, we kind of feed off each other, essentially. So yeah, so like skills that like she learns, and then, you know, like, I don't know, like, I tend to find that when you're in like a circle, like a social circle of people, especially in any community, you tend to kind of feed off each other's energy, each other's creative skills. And I mean, like, it's not like that's an awful thing either. Like, I mean, I think it's actually awesome that there are people that, you know, that like we all trust, that we can, you know, kind of feed off that kind of energy, and when we actually come together and work on something together, we can actually kind of create a consistent quality product. So I think that's really awesome. And I mean, of course, I think the worst part is when you have, now I mean, the MCRP community, I'm not gonna lie, has a really bad, well, I mean, like, I'm gonna be honest, a lot of communities have a really bad issue with one big issue, and that is clicking. So, like, if you don't know what I mean by that, basically what I mean by that is that there is really only like a group of people that you would tend to socialize with and that like you tend to associate yourself with, and then you don't really kind of like branch out from that. So like, you know, so like, yeah, so there's just that kind of issue where there's clicks. And I mean, sometimes they're not really the greatest. Sometimes, you know, they have, you know, like they have each other, like the people inside the clique tend to benefit from it, and then, you know, but like you don't open it up to anyone else. Now, I mean, with my history on YouTube, I'm not gonna lie, I have trust issues. And I've been used and stuff, so yeah, so like, yeah, no, as of right now, a lot of what I watch is friends roleplays, and definitely I would say Running from Elysium, and the game is really good too. I'm actually building for the game and for like the reboot, because he's like remaking it and stuff, and I actually and like I was actually commissioned to do some builds for him, and I'm really proud of what I've done so far for him, and he's really happy with it. So if you guys want to go check that out, go check out my Twitter, because I tend to post my finished products upon whenever the client says that they're like, okay, you can post it now, Heike. So yeah, no, definitely watch the game, and Running from Elysium. Star Academia is probably going to be really awesome too when that comes out, so definitely something to keep an eye on there, guys. So then the next question that we're going to be reading off today comes from... How long have you been on YouTube? So this comes from the Heart Within a Last Name on YouTube. And so when it comes to this question, now keep in mind that I've kind of gone through several mediums on YouTube, and one of my most successful ventures was doing MapleStory animations, because I did that when that was like really popular. So like I was really growing in that avenue, and then I kind of switched over here to gaming. But altogether, in terms of how long I've actually been on YouTube through the several mediums and stuff, I've been here for like over 10 years making content. And I have like several different channels of me making content, and like I really wanted to venture into gaming, because I thought gaming would be kind of a more, I don't know, kind of something more laid back than making animations, because animations are a lot of work. And then look at where I am now. So yeah, yeah, I've been a creator for 10 years through several different channels. However, though, my name has always stuck to being Heike. That's been a name that has been with me since I was about 14, and it just was something that just kind of stuck and never really left. So yeah, as long as I've had YouTube channels and stuff, I've made content for over 10 years now. So yeah, and after like a while, I kind of wanted to go, and then after like a few years doing one venture, I would kind of want to go into another venture. So yeah, and then I got into gaming, and then I made this channel, and then now we're here. Alright, so then the next question comes from, sorry, I have to keep turning on my phone because it keeps going into sleep mode. I apologize. So then the next question comes from AKA Basically Anything. So AKA Basically Anything asks, what is the hardest thing about making roleplays, and what is your favorite memory while filming? So, okay. Now please keep in mind that as a builder now, that as like a blockbuster creator now, I actually don't really record of anyone anymore when it comes to that, but I do have some stories from when I did body actors, and the hardest thing about making roleplays though would have to be the time commitment. Now, I mean, like, I don't do this as like a full-time job. This is more or less definitely a hobby that I kind of make, you know, money here and there on. But like, it's definitely nothing that like I can support myself on or anything like that. So it's definitely like a day job, and it's not a day job. Oh my god, I work with children as a day job, but like my day job and this job and like this hobby, I think the biggest issue is definitely time commitment. Because I mean, like, I'm definitely very committed to making content, and especially content that I like to make. I definitely don't like when, you know, when like people push me to make content and they just want me to make content for them, or you know, like basically being forced to make content. No, that's a no bueno for Heike. I've been down that road, and it did not work out very well. So yeah, no. So basically, I think the hardest thing is definitely just the commitment, and knowing that there are just gonna be some weeks where I am just so busy having my nose, you know, like having my face basically dived into the computer, that like I have to remember to like stop myself here and there and, you know, actually socialize with people, because it's a really bad habit of mine. I get into it and then I just kind of forget that, like, oh yeah, I need to talk to people to kind of like keep myself from going crazy. So that is one of the hardest things, definitely the time commitment and having that life work hobby balance. So yeah, that's always been the hardest thing about YouTube and doing Minecraft roleplays. It's just the time commitment that it is. And then the next question is, what was my favorite memory? And I think my favorite memory has to be the first time we got fan art. We were actually filming that day, and my friend was like, oh my god, Heike, you know, it's like, we got fan art. I'm like, wait, what, really? And so like we looked, she gave us like a link and stuff, and we're like, oh my god, we got fan art. And like we were like so done that night, like we were so done. And what happened was that little gesture from a stranger, you know, who gave us artwork, because I mean, like, how I see fan art is kind of like a token of appreciation or a token of admiration, because I mean, like, you're putting something creative into our projects, and it definitely motivates the creators so much by doing fan art. So fan artists, thank you so much for being a motivation and definitely helping us when we're feeling down. So you guys are awesome. Alrighty, so now that we've kind of done the rambling thing, because Heike rambled for like 10 minutes about COVID-19 because her life's been heavily affected by it, our next question is going to be by Chris. Chris Dreams actually has 2 questions for us. So, 1 is, what's my favorite comedy show? And 2, what's the funniest thing that's happened during a recording? So, one of my favorite comedy show, I mean, I'm not gonna be honest, I'm gonna be honest, I don't really watch a lot of TV, but like, a comedy sitcom that we always like to watch is How I Met Your Mother. It's actually been a hot minute since we've actually watched it, but yeah, no, How I Met Your Mother is one of my personal favorite TV shows, and I absolutely love it to death. And what's another one? What was another like funny one that I like to watch? I don't remember. But like Adrian and I would like watch Family Guy and stuff like that too. So, but How I Met Your Mother is definitely on the top of that list. And then the funniest thing that happened during recording. So, I wish I still had the clip to that, but unfortunately, I don't know, like it kind of became something that it wasn't, and yeah, and then I just kind of like took it down just to kind of like leave it. So I don't have the clip anymore, but we were recording the first prom, like the prom episode that never came out. And basically what happened was during a quote unquote private conversation between two characters, one of the body actors came right out. She realized that like she wasn't supposed to be in the shot, and then she slowly kind of backed away from it. Chaos acquired. What's that? Mine with a diamond cure to get chaos. Ooh, I got chaos crystals. Nice. Okay, but yeah, no. So like basically, I'm just going to kind of like here. We're just going to pretend that these two cobblestone bricks are the characters that we're talking. Okay. And basically, what this body actor did was that she came out, realized that she wasn't supposed to be there. She kind of did this, looked at both the characters, and just kind of backed up. She wasn't supposed to be in the shot, and that was really funny. Like, I freaking died laughing, and then, like, we had that clip posted as, like, a private clip on, like, a different channel, and then it just kind of caused issues, and I just took it down because it was just causing problems. So, yeah, that's what happened. And that's my funniest memory of doing filming was that timing. I think that's the one thing I miss about BA is just kind of those like little moments. But I mean though, the concept though, I don't really miss. Because like it was a lot of stress trying to manage people all day, and then when they don't show up then you're kind of screwed. So yeah, no, I'm definitely very happy that I went to Blockbuster, and Blockbuster is what we use. So that's where I'm at with that. Okay, so now that we're kind of done that one, the next question that we've been asked is, we gotta go up to the next post because I made two posts on the community page. One with like a picture, because pictures actually do better on the community page than ones that don't have it. So we're gonna actually do the newest first, so that we can read them in Okay, so Gabriella asks, is RoseGate coming back? And the answer is yes. It's just I'm just kind of taking my sweet time on it. I don't know. RoseGate High seems to be cursed. I have some like big issues always happening during, like, I swear, both times I've had big issues happened during the prom. During prom filming. I wish that was a lie. It's happened now twice. I don't like it. So yeah, no, both times I was experiencing issues, and yeah, I basically had to like stop being friends with people because they turned out not to be the people I thought they were, and yeah, and they both wind up happening during the prom episodes. So yeah, I've just like there's been just a lot going on personally on my end. So definitely having the relaxing and kind of letting things go as I get them have been helping out a lot. So that's where I'm at right now. RoseGate is coming back for season 4, or like I guess like a season 3, since now like we're not making the original RoseGate the original RoseGate High as like a part of the storyline anymore. So yeah, so like there will be a next season. I don't know. I'm probably anticipating a winter 2021 release at this point, so just so that way everyone's aware of that. Okay, so anyways, we're gonna go ahead here and we're going to carry on with the next question. So the next question that has been asked of me is, do you like chicken nuggets? If you do, which place has the best chicken nuggets? Burger King or McDonald's chicken nuggets? I'm gonna be honest, I'm not a fan of chicken nuggets. I don't know, I tend to find they're a little too chewy. And now keep in mind that I was basically raised as a foodie, so things like processed food and stuff don't really sit well with my stomach. So like I need fresh food most of the time. Otherwise I get like this rock in my stomach and I feel sick and I feel like I'm gonna puke all day, and it's just not a fun time for anyone because I'm miserable, which means everyone else around me is miserable because I'm miserable. So yeah, no, I'm definitely not a fan of either. I'm especially not a fan of Burger King. Because I swear, every single time I order food from there, like ever since I quit, because like that was my first job, was at Burger King. Since I quit, like I swear, every single time I order food from there, it's always cold. Like it's always cold, and like I can't even eat it because it's cold and it's gross, and it's like, yeah, no. So yeah, no, I've always get like cold food, so I don't like it. I don't like it. And McDonald's, yeah, I just not a fan of chicken nuggets. I never have been. I've gotten to a point now where I barely even order like really anything from them. Like not even like, normally I just get like fries and like a soda. You know, I mean now, granted now, me and my fiance actually are on a keto diet, so we're actually limiting our carbs as much as possible. But since it's Thanksgiving, that's not happening this weekend that I'm recording this. It's Thanksgiving weekend, so yeah, no, carbs are kind of thrown out the window because that's what Thanksgiving is. It's just full of carbs. Alright, so next question is, oh my goodness, how many more questions do I have here? Okay, so the next question is, what's your favorite food or favorite food? So my favorite food is, and this comes from Amelia Rios. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. So anyways though, my favorite food has to be watermelon, and it makes me sad because watermelon is full of carbs. I actually can have watermelon on the keto, so. But thankfully though, keto is not necessarily meant to be like a long-term diet. So like we're kind of in this like phase where, well, I mean like we're not like fully eliminating our carbs, we're just kind of limiting them and still having the carbs because we still actually need those in our diet. But yeah, so like, but like we try our best to avoid indulging in them and that kind of stuff because it just kind of throws the keto thing out the window. Alright, so then the next question is, and besides that, it's sushi, which, you know, once again, the rice on sushi, yeah, that's like another thing that like I break my diet on. Next question. Oh my gosh, why is this out of order again? No, thank you. Please don't do that. Are you dating anyone? Yes, I am actually engaged to someone. I've been with them now. I've been with Adrian for 7 years. You guys would actually know him as Emil Deschamps. He voice acted Emil in RoseGate. So yes, I do actually have a partner, and I enjoy my partner. That really sounded weird, but yes, no, I do have a fiance, and I am engaged, and I have been with my fiance now for 7 years, so going on 8 in June. Okay, so then the next question is, this is actually a repeat of when is RoseGate coming back, and like I said, it is coming back. I'm just working on it. Like I said, I don't know, like, it was definitely very draining to do RoseGate High again, and so, like, I'm just kind of taking a break from doing that kind of stuff for a little bit, and probably in the new year we'll probably get a new roleplay, so keep your eye out for that there, guys. Next question is, what inspired you to make the oh god, I'm yawning now. What inspired you to make the RoseGate High series? And that's basically Aphmau. Like, I don't think there is any plainer question than that. Is Aphmau. Now keep in mind though, I'm kind of like the early age role player, so like you know, like I did role plays when they were new, kind of ish. So Yeah. So like basically a lot of answers would be AFML. But you know, definitely as you know, you see newer and newer creators, they tend to have like a variety of answers. But for me though, being an early age creator, it is definitely AFML. Okay, so anyways though, our next question comes from, oh my god, I hate doing this part. Our next question comes from what inspired you, which is basically just like a repeat of the previous question, which was, yeah, my favorite, yeah, AFML basically inspired me to do roleplay. And boy, did I think it was, no, okay, actually, I didn't really think it was simple. Like I kind of knew there was gonna be a lot of planning involved in it, but I didn't realize the amount of planning and the amount of work and the amount of commitment. And now here we are, so I've definitely grown into the whole dedication of making role plays. So, yeah. And then the last question comes from Amelia Rios again, and the question is, who inspired me to be a gamer? And I'm gonna be honest there, guys, I've actually been around technology my entire life. My dad's actually in IT, so like computers and computer games have been around my life, had been like basically a big thing in my life. Both my parents like to play video games, so I've been basically exposed to video games like basically for as long as I can remember. And it's just kind of like one of those, and it's definitely a nurtured interest. Much like Disney is a nurtured interest for me, because, you know, I was raised with Disney. So, yeah, so video games, I wouldn't say anyone really inspired me, but I've definitely been into gaming for several years, and basically that was an environment that I grew up in, was that my family were gamers. They like to play games. And I mean, like, me and my two brothers, we like to play video games. I think the only one who really is indifferent to them is my little sister. But yeah, so like she's kind of more like the booky kind of person. But yeah, me and my family were definitely raised on. Me and my siblings were definitely raised on technology and being technology aware and knowing how technology works. So yeah. Okay, so then so now we're actually going to be moving over to the Discord community, which by the way there guys, if you want to join that Discord community, we actually have it down in the description below. I don't know why, but whenever I say D-Box, people get confused. People don't seem to understand what I mean by D-Box. So, check the description down below there, friends, when you want to come out and join the Discord, because like the Discord's really quiet, so if you guys want to come and join us and bring some more life to it, that would be amazing. Alright, so our next question is, I'm just gonna yawn again because I'm tired. So question is, what Outlaw Midnight asked, what video software do you use? Also, how do you make your thumbnails? So, my video software is Premiere Pro. I've been using Premiere Pro now for, I think, 2 years, give or take. I don't know. Vegas started to like I used to actually edit with like Vegas, and then Vegas kind of freaked out on me. So I changed over to like Premiere Pro, and then I got like an editor that was using a paid version, so then I had to start paying for it, and yeah, that's kind of where I'm at now. I'm using Premiere Pro 2020, so that's my editor. That's my editing program. The next question comes from Annabelle, aka Zombie, and they asked, how many pets have you had in your lifetime? And that's a hard question. I'm not gonna lie. So I think my first two pets were Pugsley and Smokey. Yes. So my first two pets were Pugsley and Smokey. When we moved out to Alberta from Ontario, we couldn't take Pugsley with us because Pugsley was getting too old. So my grandmother kept Pugsley until she died. I think it was Pugsley, or maybe it was Misty. I don't remember. And that was my, you know, those were my cats when I was initially born. And apparently I was really mad at my grandmother because I thought she stole my cats. And then after Smokey passed away, because Smokey got out and never came home, so, you know, he probably did the really sad cat thing where he goes to die quietly, alone, outside somewhere, so, yeah, that was really unfortunate, but like my brother would be, like, always, like, screaming for kitty, 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 so my mom kind of gave in and got us a cat, and her name was Abigail. She died during my senior year, actually, of high school. And I mean, she wasn't the nicest cat, but I also kind of think, too, she was basically, according to my mother, she kind of picked her up, like, she was kind of a stray cat, and I don't think she was, you know, fully socialized, and I think she was kind of past the point of socialization. So she never really liked us. She was very hot and cold. And yeah, and then she died at the age of 16 when I was in high school for my senior year of high school, just before Christmas, actually. Then, when I was in grade 9, my mom got Star. And that was a Christmas surprise, is that she got us a puppy, and, you know, she was a little Pekingese Shih Tzu, and she was basically a part of our family for 10 years, and she passed away, unfortunately, back in July of this year. They found a lump on her, and it was believed to be cancerous, and it was just kind of like, okay, this dog's been suffering for too long. I think it's time to let her go. So yeah, so we put her down back in July, and that was a really hard thing for us. And at the time of this recording, I don't know, because I don't know if I'm going to cry or not when I go to my family for Thanksgiving tomorrow, like the day after this recording happened. So yeah, no, I'm probably gonna let Jordan know if I cried or not when I first came in, because it'll be my first time home, like at my parents' home, since Star passed away. So I don't know how I'm gonna take it. I don't know if it's gonna be an easy thing for me. I don't know if it's gonna be a hard thing for me. I just know that it's not going to be the simplest thing for me. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at right now, is that I'm not sure, and Star was a princess, that's for sure. Then our next one, and then our next question. Oh no, sorry. My next pet was in 2013, and that was when we got Lucas. Lucas is an orange tabby, and you know, it was shortly after, like, it was about like 6 months after Abby died, that we got Lucas. So, and my mom's thought process was, you know, kind of do it while they're young, and get them acclimated to pet and get them acclimated to other animals in the house while they're a baby. So, yeah. And then in 2015, it was actually when I got my first independent pet. So my first pet that I got, that, you know, that I actually paid the medical bills for. And that was in 2015, and it was Meepers. Meepers is our tuxedo little grumpy girl. We actually walked into a pet store that did satellite, that did remote holdings of sheltered animals, and Meepers was a surrender. Was an owner surrendered cat from Calgary, and basically my fiance kind of met her in, you know, kind of like saw her like the kennel and just kind of fell in love with her, and then before we knew it, I had a cat. I had a cat at Adrian's and a cat at my parents'. So yeah, and Meepers is my baby girl. She's my absolute, like, I love her to death. She's my, like, I love her to death. And then in 2018, that's when we got Owen. And Owen, you know, once again, is like an orange tabby. I've always, like, I kind of wanted to do the kitten thing with Owen, so we got him as like a kitten. We actually don't know much about his history from the shelter, but I would assume because they actually have his like date of birth and even his time down, like it's like his birth of time. I would have to assume that like mom was a feral that was trapped, and she was in TNR. So you know, so like after you know Owen and his siblings got weaned, she was neutered and released back into her colony, because when they get to a certain age, you really can't socialize them anymore. So that's what we think happened, is that we think Owen was actually born in the shelter and was socialized, was weaned, and mom was released back into the colony, just because of like the fact that like even the time of his birth has been documented. So yeah, we definitely think that Owen's mom was feral, or maybe was even surrendered pregnant, and she was TNR'd, or she was neutered and then, you know, found a forever home elsewhere. But yeah, so we got Owen back in 2017, back in 2018, sorry, my bad. And then in 2019, where like my mom was really not sure about about Star's health and stuff, and she actually got advice from someone about having another dog in the house, and then it kind of like reduces the guilt of like replacing, of like having, of like, you know, thinking of like, oh, this is just like a replacement animal, because I mean like the most recent pet that I've had in my lifetime is Ruru, aka Roxy. Well, her name is Roxy, but we call her Ruru most of the time because of how she growls, which I'm probably going to send Jordan a clip of how she growls because it's really funny. So yeah, so Roxy Ruru is the most recent pet that I've had, and she was like basically Star's best friend up until her death. So yeah, and according to my mom, Roxy has really helped with the whole transition of Star's death. So I'm really hoping that when I go back home on Sunday, that it's not going to be too rough for me, because like I said, it's going to be my first time since Star died that I will be back. and that basically answers that question. Oh my god, why can't I get into my phone? I'm on the wrong phone. Oh my gosh. I got a new phone there, guys, so please bear with me. I'm kind of like in like this like weird position because like my SIM card I can't get my SIM card out of my old phone, so like my new phone, yeah, it's kind of a situation right now. So we're gonna go back over to Discord and we're going to answer the last of the questions. Okay. And then the final question is, which is better, Halloween or Christmas? And what inspires you to continue doing YT? Last one, who inspired you to do cinematic roleplays? We already know who inspired me to do cinematic roleplays. Christmas is better. I always like the twinkling. I like the twinkly lights and stuff of Christmas. It makes me happy. So definitely Christmas is definitely the better of the two. What inspires you to continue doing YouTube? And I'm gonna be honest, it's the community that I have built here, that I have cultivated over the years, that inspires me and makes me continue and makes me driven. So like that's what I mean, that the importance of community involvement from you guys is really important for us creators, because it motivates us. So definitely active community members are amazing because they are continuous and they give us support and they're always on our side, and they're always cheering us on and supporting us and celebrating our milestones, even though we don't really know each other. We're like, yeah, it's like a really nice community, and I always enjoy having my little victories with you guys, or my big victories. Doesn't really matter. Like, yeah, it really helps out when like I'm hanging out with you guys. Okay, so then the next, and that was, oh, I forgot to answer part of a question. Oops, about what I use for my thumbnails, which is, by the way, a mixture of C40. Karuna actually edits my thumbnails to kind of make them look all pretty and stuff, and like super edited, and fixes the lighting, makes it a little more pretty looking. Draws the mouse on. She also draws the eyelashes on now because of like the skins that I bought from Bin of Trash. So yeah, and then yeah, so that's basically the last of the questions. So let's take a look at my inventory, because I really don't think we scored a whole lot here. Now I think these very bottom roller things here at the moddadors, I think they're pretty good. I just don't know. I really don't know about the moddadors there, guys. I don't know. I don't really do a lot of modded anymore, if I'm gonna be completely honest. So yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're just gonna finish up getting this ore here, cause we're probably gonna wrap up the video here, there, guys, because this was basically what I wanted to do, was to film this and kind of talk about questions that and just kind of do a little bit of a Q&A. So the fact that I started over here looking for diamonds, and yeah, this really wasn't successful. Okay, anyways there, guys, I think that's the end of this, and I hope you guys enjoyed this part. If you guys did, don't forget to leave a thumbs up as well as a comment. If you have not yet, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye there, guys.